As the sun rises, a new day begins. Wake up to information, inspiration, and intelligent conversations. It's a new day. It's a fresh start with Dawn on VOSTV. From breaking news to newspaper reviews, we keep you informed on burning issues in the society. From governance to politics, business, sports, and entertainment, we've got your interest covered. With our delectable hosts and our crack team of analysts, we bring you in-depth and incisive analysis of all issues that matter to you and the development of our nation. Dawn on VOSTV is not just a morning show, it's where Edo State wakes up informed. Join the conversation and share your opinions. Join us weekdays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dawn on VOSTV, setting the agenda from daybreak. As the sun rises, a new day begins. Wake up to information, inspiration, and intelligent conversations. It's a new day. It's a fresh start with Dawn on VOSTV. From breaking news to newspaper reviews, we keep you informed on burning issues in the society. From governance to politics, business, sports, and entertainment, we've got your interest covered. With our delectable hosts and our crack team of analysts, we bring you in-depth and incisive analysis of all issues that matter to you and the development of our nation. Dawn on VOSTV is not just a morning show, it's where Edo State wakes up informed. Join the conversation and share your opinions. Join us weekdays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dawn on VOSTV, setting the agenda from daybreak. As the sun rises, a new day begins.
It's a beautiful Friday morning. Yes, another opportunity to kickstart your day on a fresh note. Coming to you live and direct is Dawn on VOSTV, the morning show where we keep you updated on current happenings around the globe, around Nigeria, and of course around Edo State. Good morning, lovely viewers at home, in the shop, or wherever you are watching me from. This is Dawn on VOSTV, and I remain your host, Felicia Udeji. And with me this morning is a brother of mine, yes, a colleague of mine, who will be joining me to look through the newspaper this morning. I'm talking about my colleague. I'll allow him to introduce himself.
Okay, good morning, viewers. It is Victor Shobola in the building, and I hope you're having a great weekend, because I mean the weekend is here already. Right?
Yeah, you know, there's a colleague of mine that usually calls Fridays pre-weekend.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a better way of saying it.
Yeah,
exactly, pre-weekend. Yeah.
So how is what are your plans for the weekend, Victor?
Probably to have a very good, rest, because the week has been hectic, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. What about you?
No balling.
What do you mean no balling?
You know, guys normally ball for the weekend. Okay. But anyway, Victor just wants to relax. For me, I think mine is no different from Victor's. Okay. Just a little relaxation, calming, planning ahead for the week.
How are you doing that? Are you going out? Are you seeing the movies?
Well, I'm seeing the movies, but definitely in my house.
Okay.
All right, so let's kickstart our morning with headlines making rounds across newspapers in Nigeria this morning. After this short break, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, it is still Dawn on VOSTV, and this is the Friday edition of the show. We'll be kickstarting this morning looking at what is making rounds in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Let's take a look at the Vanguard this morning. From the top, we see 2027, Atiku, Obi, Amechi, Mark, Galadima, others reject electoral law. 2027, Atiku, Obi, Amechi, Mark, Galadima, others reject electoral law. And another screaming headline on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, INEC moves 2027 polls to January 16. Osun Guba holds August 15, 2026. Talking about the Osun State governorship election, it is built to hold August 15 this year. And the major picture on the Vanguard this morning is a message from the Olu of Warri Kingdom, thanking the First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, for visiting Warri Kingdom. Yes, the First Lady visited Warri Kingdom yesterday, and there she was installed as the Otukpo Oritise of Warri Kingdom during her homecoming visit. So that is a message from the Olu of Warri Kingdom, thanking her for her coming. Do well to grab a copy of the Vanguard to see the other stories for yourself. Now quickly, let's move over to our second newspaper this morning, which is the Guardian newspaper. Let's take a look at what is on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. From the top, federal government insists on state police, awaits legislative backing. FG insists on state police, awaits legislative backing. Senate faults zero capital, demands accountability as minister defend fiscal reform. Senate faults zero capital, demands accountability as ministers defend fiscal reforms. Report, terrorist attacks on Nigeria, Benin, Niger borders rose by 262% in 2025. That's a report coming that terrorist attack in these three countries, Nigeria, Benin Republic, and Niger borders rose by 262% just in 2025 alone. And one is wondering, is crime increasing in these three countries? Now let's look at the screaming headline on the Guardian newspaper this morning. INEC ignores Electoral Act protest, shifts 2027 elections for Ramadan. INEC ignores Electoral Act protest, shift 2027 elections for Ramadan. Other headlines, over 100 terrorists stormed Benue villages, killed 150, witness tells court. Over 100 terrorists, some Benue villages, killed 150, witness tells court. Other 2027 polls, Yoruba Runo withdraws support for APC, backs ADC. Commission documents 700,000 out-of-school children. Commission documents 700,000 out-of-school children. That's a very large number there. 700,000 children are not in school. Federal government deepens credit core, targets wider coverage, disbursement. Federal government deepens credit core, targets wider coverage, disbursement. Bauchi governor says 10,000 well-armed bandits attacking communities. Constitution amendment delay fuels anxiety ahead of 2027 election. And the final one I'll be taking from the Guardian newspaper, distillers barricade NAFDAC Lagos office over alcohol sachet ban. That's Distillers Association barricading, blocking the office of NAFDAC in Lagos over the ban on sachet alcohol. That's all from the Guardian newspaper. Let's move over to the Nigerian Tribune. Let's see the headlines making the front page. The screaming headline from the Nigerian Tribune, presidential election to hold January 16, 2027. Governorship, February 6. Presidential election to hold January 16, 2027. Governorship is billed for February 6. And the riders there says conduct of party primaries to commence on April 23. So the conduct of party primaries is billed to conduct April 23. Presidential NAS campaign to commence August 19. Presidential election, presidential assembly campaigns is billed to commence August 19 this year, while Osun governorship poll is billed to hold August 15 this year as well. Now let's take a look at other headlines still on the Tribune. MBC moves to resolve Edo-Kogi interstate boundary dispute. That's the National Boundary Commission is set to resolve the boundary issues between Edo and Kogi State. NEPEC warns 50% post-harvest losses threaten Nigerians' export drive. And the final headline I'll be taking from the Nigeria Tribune, ADC, NNPC reject new electoral act. Atiku, Mark, Obi, Amechi, Aregbesola, Hamid, others tax NAS on fresh amendment. Presidency carpets opposition parties, accuses ADC, NNPP of unwarranted outrage. So that's all from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Now I'd like to pick on these screaming headlines, starting off with the Nigerian Tribune, looking at the presidential election that INEC has shifted the timetable from, it was initially billed for February 20. Now it has been adjusted forward to January 16.
Okay.
And what does this mean for political parties?
I think for every political party that has not take cognizance of how fast the election is approaching. This is a wake-up call for them to set their house in order, to prepare ahead for the 2027 election polls. So this is just like speeding up things, like then you just get to
you have to get your house in order.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Now let's look at this Osun governorship poll that is built to commence August 15. Looking at the state of politics in Osun State, that is the way things have been going with the governor cross-carpeting from the PDP. Everybody was expecting he's going to move over to the ruling party, and it came as a surprise when he joined another party. What do you think this means in terms of for him? Do you think he'll be able to win a second ticket?
I mean, that is, like I will always say, politics is local. That is depending on the people, on the, if the people feel like he has done the work, and he can go further and move further to the next. If they think he deserves another term, then definitely the people will vote for him. So it's in as much as there's a lot of structure that needs to be put in place as a party, what the governor has done itself carries weight, because people can attest to if he has done well or not. So his performance is what we determine.
Exactly.
Now,
looking at the new Electoral Act, how do you think this will play out? Looking at the fact that the recently concluded FCT election, the mode of transmission, partial electronic and paper was used, and some persons came out to say that the election was free but not fair, being that it's discouraged a lot of persons from voting in the election. What do you think this means for Osun State come August?
I mean, there's political party, but I won't judge FCT, I won't use that. I won't use it to relate with that of Osun State. Yeah, I don't think it's because of the electoral act. If people want to come out to vote, you need to sensitize them, you need to prepare them. It's not about the fact that there is a new electoral. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah.
So you feel the electoral act has nothing to do with people's turnout?
Nothing. I mean, people people that won the vote, it's still, you know, based on the fact that they have done, you know, sensitization and, you know, let people to be interested in actually voting. So if people don't come out, you are the one who decide not to come out. And I think everybody should, you know, try to exercise their voting rights, because, you know, it's part of your obligation as a citizen.
True, part of the obligation as citizen. Okay, now let's take a look at this constitutional amendment delays, fueling anxiety. Part of the constitution, because right now the president is urging the National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly, to hasten up and amend the 1999 constitution. One of the things I actually noted from it is the fact that it gives room for individual candidacy.
Okay.
Whereby an individual can come out without being a part of a political party. I can decide now, okay, I want to be the next president of Nigeria, and I don't need to join APC. I don't need to join PDP to be part of it. So I can just come out and people will vote for me as an independent person. So what do you think about this independent candidacy?
It's a very good one. I mean, for someone like it will favor a lot of what's it called now? You know, someone like Peter Obi now can be rest assured that he does not need any party structure. You know, that will be, at least he will be able to test his what's it called now? He'll be able to test himself in the waters, right? So it will not be as if a particular party is try to disenfranchise or whatever. So everybody can actually come out to say, okay. And I think they do this in America, right? Whereby you can just come out to, you know, just say, yeah, I'm going for, if you think I'm worth it, you can. But I don't, to be sincere, I don't think anybody have won based on that.
So you still think party structure system is best?
It is, but, you know, to have a more robust, what's it called now? A more robust democracy. I think, yeah, it is good we have such an amendment.
That's great. I look forward to them actually amending the constitution, being that part of it is that it gives room for state policing. Yes, the federal government, Tinubu has even emphasized that he wants to include state policing into the constitution. And I mean, what does this mean for state governors? Because people have argued against this, and one of the arguments was that it will lead to an abuse of power. Let's just round up with this. Okay,
so the thing, you have to realize that even right from, like, you know, the early stages of our democracy in the First Republic and so on, we've always had state policing. That's always been a regional thing. I don't know if you get me. So what we need is structures to put things in place and balance the, you know, the equation, the power. To be sincere, I don't think we've seen the effect of there are a lot of things they are doing, right? Like the police are really contributing to the society, but there will be like a more what's it called now? There will be a more, you know, more action from them when they can oversee their state and know, because the issues of the state is peculiar to the state, and it is good when the people that are in the state are the one overseeing their affairs. Imagine
most governor,
not just governor. Most of the if you check most of the states, the people that they are you know, the head of the police command or whatever, they are always from other states. So someone that is not so vast with the society, with the state, with the, you know, does not understand the
security architecture
exactly, and the demography and everything of the state, we will not be able to, you know, have effective. Not that they won't work; they will do their job. But it will not be as effective as when,
someone,
you know,
who is from there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So thank you so much, Victor Shobola.
Thank you.
I finally got the pronunciation of his name. All right, it's been an amazing time reviewing the headlines across the newspaper this morning. Coming up next is our discussion program. Do stay tuned. It's still Dawn on VOSTV.
By this time, these people are not here. Is this supposed to be today? That's my special day. Which kind of wahala be this now? Where the people where you call for camera now? See people don't sit down, they wait. I never see cameraman by this time. Make me tire you, I beg. You don't know so you supposed. The person where you call.
They tell me say that they say that liable. MC Papilo, come.
I beg, leave me. Which kind of calm down be that? If now you go calm down.
See time. Party don't almost start. Today na my girl birthday. Those people cameraman, I never see that. They would call the night, no they pick. Not be laughing matter.
My brother. See, we tell you that they say, if you want to use cameraman, call cameraman where they reliable. Use cameraman where you don't see work where they do because what you see, they're supposed to believe. Call cameraman where get good equipment to work for you, so that if you they watch your party tomorrow, you're not going to regret the money where you spend for the party. Now make me they introduce to you that they say, call VOS television. If not be VOS, my brother, it not be like VOS. You know them, my mother burial. VOS don't be 6 o'clock till the end of the burial. From morning till night, they there with me. They are reliable, they are trusted. If not be VOS television, it not be like VOS television. As we still there, so now, time still there.
People are not here. Is this supposed to be today? That's my special day. Which kind of wahala be this now? Where the people where you call for camera now? See people don't sit down, they wait. I never see cameraman by this time. Make me tire you, I beg. You don't know so you supposed. The person where you call.
They tell me say that they say that liable. MC Papilo, come.
I beg, leave me. Which kind of calm down be that? If now you go calm down.
See time. Party don't almost start. Today na my girl birthday. Those people cameraman, I never see that. They would call the night, no they pick. Not be laughing matter.
My brother. See, we tell you that they say, if you want to use cameraman, call cameraman where they reliable. Use cameraman where you don't see work where they do because what you see, they're supposed to believe. Call cameraman where get good equipment to work for you, so that if you they watch your party tomorrow, you're not going to regret the money where you spend for the party. Now make me they introduce to you that they say, call VOS television. If not be VOS, my brother, it not be like VOS. You know them, my mother burial. VOS don't be 6 o'clock till the end of the burial. From morning till night, they there with me. They are reliable, they are trusted. If not be VOS television, it not be like VOS television. As we still there, so now, time still there. VOS. It not be like VOS.
By this time, these people are not here.
All right, welcome back. It is still Dawn on VOSTV. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's because of you. That is why we are right here. So we'd love you to drop your comments in the comment section. Let us know exactly where you are watching, where you are viewing us from this morning. We're live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube on VOSTV Ninja. All right, so it is the discussion segment of the show, and we are talking about an issue that is trending, still trending actually. It's something that happened on Wednesday when human rights activist Omoyele Sowore, who is also the publisher of Sahara Reporters, publicly confronted the Minister of Works, David Umahi, at police force headquarters in Abuja on Wednesday over what he described as using his office to settle personal scores. I'd like us to take a look at the video.
Madam, can you please calm down? Madam. But Minister,
This Sowore, you are not supposed to be using police to settle personal scores. You are not supposed to do that.
Have you watched everything she has?
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the Minister of the Federal Republic. You are not supposed to use police to settle personal scores.
Joey, what's your problem? Joey, calm down. What's your own?
I'm talking to you now.
No, you can't. Joey, you can't come here and talk. Listen,
Joey, you can't come here. No, please. Don't push me.
I'll talk to you.
Don't talk to me anyhow. Don't talk to me anyhow. Don't talk to me anyhow. Don't talk to me anyhow.
All right, so that's the video of Sowore confronting the minister there. For some of us who don't know the background behind the story, this confrontation, at the heart of it, is the arrest of a businesswoman named TracyHiter Ohiri, a woman who allegedly accused the minister of owing her over 250 million naira for corporate gifts she supplied and she's produced and supplied to him in 2014 while he was campaigning for governor as Ebonyi State, while he was campaigning as governor of Ebonyi State. And now the minister has denied all of this. He says that he's not owing the woman. The woman also made other allegations that he also made sexual advances at her. According to her, at a particular time when she was on a business trip with him to Ebonyi State, when she was in her hotel room, the minister allegedly walked into a hotel room tying a towel around his waist where he made sexual advances at her. According to her, she fled and left the room, and when she came back asking for money for the payment of her goods, the minister refused to pay her because she refused his advances. All of this the minister has denied. And this issue has stirred public debates. Supporters of the woman argue that it's a civil dispute, and therefore the minister has no right to use the police to arrest her because she was arrested from Lagos and then transferred to Abuja, where they were at the police force headquarters where this took place. While the supporters of the minister argue that whether he be a public office holder or not, he has every right to file a complaint and that due process was followed. So a lot of persons are reacting to this issue. Was due process actually followed? Is it right for the minister to use the police to arrest her? And because of cyberbullying, according to the minister, and allegations against him, this issue is what we'll be looking at this morning on the show. And joining me to take a look at this issue is a civil society activist, the person of Comrade Roy Oribabo.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show, sir.
You got the pronunciation right. Indeed, you are a fast learner.
Indeed. Thank you so much. So now looking at this entire situation, Comrade, what's your take on the manner the minister approached this? Do you see this as him seeking for justice, or there's something more to it?
I think the issue, as far as I'm concerned, the issue naturally is supposed to be a civil matter. You know, it was purely on, they had a transaction. So probably, I think goods and services were rendered as the case may be. The woman naturally expected that she would get her money back, but the whole matter now snowballed into another level. But to me, my fear and concern about it that the minister is not just a minister, it's a super minister. And these are some of the conduct from those we have elected over the years to manage us. And the action of the minister, if you sample an opinion now, the action of the minister, most Nigerians are not comfortable with the action. And you know that once it happens like that, you have a way of also painting the entire government. You know, give another coloration about the government. The government in power. As of today, because of the position I found myself, and because we are also it's more or less election year, permit me to call on Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to, as a matter of patriotism, prevail on Umahi. If the President prevails on Umahi, this matter can be resolved under 24 hours. There are no issue of going to court, telling the police. You see material as far as I'm concerned. The president must take that responsibility upon himself and say, Umahi, you are minister in my cabinet. What is going on? At least at that level, the minister will be able to open up. Whether you like it or not now, the action and conduct of the minister at this level is not giving a good coloration to the president. Many persons have different and negative view about it, that they believe that the minister is not only oppressing the woman, it's also suppressing her. And that is one of the issues that was raised by Sowore. Why are you using the state apparatus to want to subjugate this woman? It's because he's a minister. If he's not a minister, all those men, you can see persons who are around him. You know, naturally, they're supposed to be men who are married. These are men who are fathers, husbands. You can see their action, their conduct. They were even more provoked more than the minister. You saw it, and the way and manner their disposition showed to us that there is lack of training among of those, either lack of training or because of high level of psychopathy.
Okay, now coming to the conduct of the minister. His aide, special advisor on media, came out to say that due process was followed as regards how the woman was petitioned, because this is a case spanning for over 12 years now, since 2014. So it's been on the public space for a long while. Even as at reports, newspaper had it last year, the minister was asked, and he denied ever knowing this woman, that he has never met with her, neither did he have any transaction whatsoever with her. And he also dared the woman to bring proof of her being given the project, that if you are given a project, at least there will be proof of it. So he is alleging that the woman is defaming his character by coming out to say that he's owing her while he never knew her, and of course cyberbullying. So he said that even as a last year, he said that he will petition her, that it's some elements that sent her to him, that he would do justice by following legal process to petition her. So they are arguing now that legal process was followed. From the look of it, is it the proper way, looking at from the ambient of the law?
No, if you feel naturally, Minister Umahi believed and is convinced that there was never a transaction between the fellow, the minister have every right to approach the appropriate authority to say, I can't continue to take this from this woman. And the woman is duty bound to also, it must show to Nigerians that of a truth, I had a transaction, I had a business arrangement with this man. She cannot just be on moving from one place to another, telling us that they had a transaction when they are restored. The woman must be able to show those proof. If it isn't for, that's the reason why I'm even calling the president to intervene. If the woman should be able to show proof, they can also tap into their land, go and look at the live, if they have been talking. The minister have denied, according to you, that the minister have denied that they have never met this woman, don't know her from anywhere. Therefore, they should go and check their communication. Look at the numbers and go back to records. I reach out to the telecommunications company who are handling there. I say, look at this line. If Minister Umahi and this woman had any discussion in this regard, they can tap into it and look at it, look at the records to show. If I told there is, and that's the reason why the president must immediately intervene so that he can give the president a good shape and a good action, now that they are preparing for election. You recall very just that we also had a minister, allegation against one minister that he forged some documents, the BSc and the NYC. It gradually, until the man have to resign. The records are there. Therefore, the president prevailed on him and he resigned. The president must at this time prevail on Umahi. You can't continue to rubbish a system. You can't continue to rubbish my government. I want the president to react to this. I want the president to be very direct and prompt on this action, because, well, if the woman believe that she don't, if the woman and the Umahi believe that this woman does not have any transaction, and they keep on laying criminal, that's criminal. Secondly, this woman must be able to provide the necessary evidence to support her case. She cannot. It's not an issue of ranting. It's not about an issue of shouting. You must, if you had a transaction that worth over 100 million, you know, there must be a proper documentation. There must be discussion, either through text messages or WhatsApp communication, even direct phone call. They have to take the investigation to the next level. We can't continue to be having this back and forth about it. Whether you like it or not, majority of Nigerians are supporting the woman because they see it as an oppression. They see it as an intimidation.
But do you think it has gotten to the point where the president will intervene? I mean, according to the minister, the reason why he brought in authorities also they could investigate the matter. That's why it got.
Of course, the reason why the president intervenes that Minister Umahi is working is a cabinet member. He's a minister of his government. Anything Umahi is doing now, we are viewing him because he is the eye of the president, and therefore anything that is emanating from there, we want to see the president reaction. That's why we are calling on the president to intervene. I can bet with you that once the president intervenes on this matter will be resolved under 24 hours. It does not cost anything to say, Minister, what are the issues? Come the necessary authority and say, bring the document, reach out to if there have been discussion, you look at it, the matter can be resolved because this particular matter have a way of manner is dirtying the image of the president. That's my concern about it. Because if you hear any comment from outside, people are saying this woman is being oppressed, this woman is being intimidated, and you saw it with the video we just watched that this man also went there with state power. Those guys, and that woman went there without state power. You understand me? These are two layers. You are contending with force who is using state power, and you are just there. The woman is naughty, you know, and the man is working very hard to make sure that the woman is naughty. That is the reason why you saw when my elder brother in the struggle, Sowore was asking, why are you using state force, state power to do a matter that's supposed to be a personal matter? You know, these are the areas where the president needs to intervene to tell, no, if you had a transaction with a woman, go and settle. Or if it is even possible, the minister can even press a woman on suspension till after the investigation. So that when he's coming as a Nigerian who is facing somebody he had a business transaction with. Not for him going there. You saw the numbers of persons who were with him that day. It takes the grace of God. It takes the grace of God for that particular woman to have courage and confidence to speak in an arrangement like that. Look at that high level delegation that were with the minister.
Okay, now let's come to the part of Sowore's confrontation. There are divided opinions about it. Some see it as him pushing for justice for the woman, while other persons criticize his style of approach, confronting the minister in that manner. Some saying he's just seeking public attention, not actually aiming for the truth. As an activist yourself, what can you make of Sowore's confrontation style?
There was no confrontation. You only ask simple question. Why are you using state resources, state power to pursue a personal? And the state power is not just state power. These are taxpayers. They are being financed by taxpayers' money. You cannot be using taxpayers' money to pursue a personal agenda. That was the position of Sowore, and there is nothing wrong about that as far as I'm concerned. Naturally, you would not even expect me to say something otherwise. I would be on the side of my elder brother in the struggle. Therefore, what he did is what is expected of an activist. You ask fundamental question, and he asked. And you saw the reaction of the minister. You know, that shows that to me and to people who critical thinkers, that Sowore was acting within his responsibility and duty to protect the interests of those who are down, to protect the interests of those who have no voice, to protect the interests of those who does not have the capacity to confront the power that be. And that is what he's doing. Not everybody should take Sowore very serious. As far as I'm concerned, we should take it very serious. When he started with the issue of the illegal IGP, some persons were calling him name. At the end of the day now, where's the IGP now? He has since succumbed. That will tell you that this is it. Nigeria should be even appreciate Sowore because coming out at this material time, when Nigeria, compared to what is happening in Nigeria today, where truth is now a scarce commodity, you can no longer see it on the market square to buy. Therefore, you are seeing a man who is still standing very firm. Nigeria should appreciate that kind of personality.
All right, so still on the case, as of yesterday, the lady in question, Mrs. Tracy, she was arraigned before an Abuja High Court, where she was...
Not the High Court, Magistrate Court.
Magistrate Court, thank you. Where she was granted bail of the sum of 1 million and 2 sureties alike. Then immediately after she was granted bail and she was stepping out of the court premises, she was... the police attempted to rearrest her. And then as supporters and Sowore himself confronted the Nigerian police, say, how can they rearrest a woman who has been granted bail? According to reports, the head of IGP monitoring unit, Aki Fakorede, had obtained another detention warrant to facilitate her transfer from Kefi Correctional Center. And people are wondering, in a situation where allegations of abuse of power is already being circulated, how should the police react in terms of getting a detention to a warrant to detain her immediately after?
Is it on the same matter, or is there another case against the woman?
That is what we do not know.
These are the issues. These are the issues. These are the issues, because over the years, the Nigerian police have not demonstrated professionalism. You know, and that is the reason why we are scared. In an arrangement like this, naturally, this issue is supposed to be a civil matter. It was a transaction that failed. It's between a buyer and a seller. Depending on where you look at it, you rent that service and the man have not paid. Even the level and the commitment of police towards the matter is even very suspicious. Because there are issues confronting us. Terrorism is at its peak in Nigeria. Kidnapping is also at its peak. I expect Nigerian police to be more bothered about that. Not irrelevant is. How will you mobilize against a transaction? Look at the energy Nigerian police is putting in. They don't put this kind of energy to arrest kidnappers. They don't put this kind of energy to curtail the ravaging disposition of the terrorists in this country. And that's the reason why we are scared. And fundamentally, this is the reason why the new IGP will need to come out with a very decisive order to tell them that a new sheriff is in town. If this is the orientation, if this is how you have practiced your policing over the years, no, he must come out. I've not heard from him to be very detailed, because the only point I've heard from him, he said the citizens of Nigeria are the boss. On the strength of that, he must demonstrate it of a truth that the citizens are the boss, including this woman. Because he must prevail on the Nigerian police and telling them that we need to be more professional at this material time. Let's serve Nigerians. We are not serving human beings. I want to see an arrangement like that. You recall in the US when Obama was the president, he had an issue with a police coupler. You know, against and the commandant of the police. The police was able to tell the serving president that we are not working for you. We are working for Americans. This an incumbent president, Obama need to apologize to that police officer. You know, when they told the tell us, you cannot, you don't go fit treat our man like this. We are working for America. We are also working for America. Did the president not apologize? There's a society where institutions are working. And I expect the Nigerian police to look at that and follow it up. The new IGP must be very decisive. He must come out with so directly on how he wants to manage Nigerian police. He cannot just say the citizens are the boss and he will go to his office to go and sit down. There must be a change of orientation. There must be a change of mentality. He must reject the Nigerian police. He must infuse a new idea. He must infuse a new orientation so that we will know that we have a viable policing system in Nigeria.
Interesting. So you're calling on the new IGP right now to speak up as regards this matter.
It's not just speaking up. It's to act accordingly.
All right, so viewers, this is still done on VOSTV, and it is the discussion segment of the show. We are looking at the confrontation between Sowore and the Minister of Works, David Umahi, looking at it from the angle of Nigerian justice system. Were due procedures followed, or is this an abuse of power? And we want to thank all those joining us on YouTube and, of course, on our Facebook platform. Austin Ayeni, we see you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Joshua Arioji, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Jagabanata MRT, thank you so much for joining us on YouTube this morning. Do well to drop your comments as regards the conversation. We'd like to read from you. What do you think about this issue? I'm sure that you as well, you might have also seen the video making rounds in social media where the human rights activist Sowore confronted the Minister of Work over the arrest of a businesswoman named TracyHiter Ohiri. The woman accused the Minister of Works of owing her over 250 million naira for campaign equipment that campaign materials, I beg your pardon, that she supplied to him in 2014. That is over 12 years ago. According to her, the initial amount was not even up to 250 million. Elated, so she has added interest to it from, I think, 2.4 million. Yes, it's accumulated to over 304 million. So that is the issue we are looking at this morning. Austin Ayane, thank you so much for joining us on Facebook this morning. All right, now, our guest on the show is Comrade Roy Oribabo. He is a civil society activist, and he is helping us to unpack this issue this morning, looking at it also from the angle of the police action against this woman. Now, Comrade Roy, coming to Nigerian police, we know that one of the constitutional amendments that is being proposed by the president is state policing. Do you think this will help to curb police actions in these regards?
No, my position have not changed about state policing. I'm one of those who believe that Nigeria we are not matured enough politically to accommodate state policing system. Any society that operates a state policing system with weak institutions is heading into the destruction. As of today, Nigerian institutions are just too weak to handle state policing system. How are you going to do it? Look at what is happening today. That was how Nigeria was clamoring for state independent electoral commission. We have it. As of today, the government in power, once they conduct local government election, is 100 over 100. That is the situation we find ourselves in this country, and that is the reality. Therefore, state policing, if Nigeria decided to embark on it, I would be waving goodbye to the unity of this country. The sovereignty of this country might be threatened with it. Because our institutions are too weak. The judiciary, as of today, are not there. How are you going to manage it? If you take your mind back, go and look at the state security network that be set up across the states. How are we managing them? How are we using them? This government of the day, we have not seen to themselves and say, you must be under me. And they all begin to sing the hallelujah of the government in power. And now Nigerians are saying they want to embrace state policing. Nigeria cannot handle it. We does not have the capacity. We don't have the wherewithal. We don't have the sincerity to handle state policing system. Therefore, it's going to be very dangerous to us as a country. One, the level of psychopathy is high in this country. Secondly, corruption is at its peak. Thirdly, we don't have people who are patriotic. Patriotism is a holiday in this part of the world, and you want to implement state policing? How are you going to do it? That would be my fear. I love this country sincerely. I want Nigeria to work for all of us. But state policing, this is in one of the areas I'm calling on Mr. President. In as much, some of your policy, I have not. But I must speak out on this. That state police in Nigeria, we are not mature for state policing. We were practicing regional government before. We have regional police and state policing before. Something happened. And we said, no, we cannot, because Nigeria was heading towards anarchy. And our leaders said, no, we can't continue like this. Let us quickly withdraw the system. so that we can still have a country we can call our own.
So
that was
why
the reason
why
why
do
they
you
did
think Mr. President is advocating for state policing?
No, the argument they brought forward is good. That they want the system, they want the policing system to be closer to the people. They want the community to manage the entire system. So that I am from Okodua. If I am the DP of Okodua, so to speak, I should be able to know people who reside within my environment. I should know them by name. I should know them. It's good, but in Nigeria, because of lack of sincerity on part of us, that is my fear. Because it's good in paper. Theoretically, we are doing well. State police is doing well theoretically. In practice.
Okay.
In practice, I just started there and set headache.
All right. So now let's come back to the issue of Sowere's confrontation, Tracy and the Minister of Works. On a final note, what do you think Nigerians should be looking out for to see that justice has prevailed?
One, Nigerian people should try and reach out to the president if possible. Because if president intervene on this matter will be resolved under 24 hours. It's already damaging the integrity, the reputation of this government. That a super minister will be dragging at this level. That a civil matter, a business transaction you entered over 10 years ago is still dragging. Now the woman have taken it to another level, that he's making sexual advances and all this. And over the years, women in Nigeria, they are now using her as a tool. Now anytime you are with them, you have issue with them. They now come out that you are making advances on them. And this have been a tool that have been very formidable. They keep on using it. Therefore, I'm telling Nigerian men, if you had a transaction with our women now, you have to be very careful. If you see, you are seeing me now sitting very close to you, I have to adjust my seat. You know, Nigerian men need to be very, because now we are dealing with species of women who think the only weapon they have is to say you are having, you give sex advances.
As a woman, I'll disagree with you.
You have to disagree with me because the woman is not coming. No, it's looking for me. I don't have body to give you. These are some of the excuses she's not giving, and that's the reason why most Nigerians are not even interested. Because this is the weapon women are not using. I'm advising the males are today. If you have any transaction with a woman, anything you want to do, let there be a witness. Don't just go in, no. In any time you are going, allow people to be around you.
All right.
You know, let people be around you so that by the time the woman is coming, is making advance, so that people will say, no, we were there. We know how. Because you are becoming a very formidable tool for the women now, the ladies.
All right.
You know, I'm advising the men.
Okay, so that is an advice coming from Comrade Roy Oribabo to the men. It's still done on VOSTV, and we've been discussing the issue of the confrontation between Sowore and the Minister of Work, looking at the 250 million naira debt he was accused of by TracyHiter Ohiri. And that's where we'll call it a wrap on today on the discussion segment. Coming up next is the sports segment of our show. Do not go anywhere.
Welcome to the ever-exciting world of sports, and of course, it's another weekend of actions, a whole lot starting from the home scene to the international scene, and of course, we'll be serving you hot this morning, the latest in the world of sport. And of course, let's start from the home scene. Yes, the Nigeria Super Falcons are already warming up for the WAFCON. And let's tell you this morning that Nigeria's Super Falcons have stepped up their preparation for the double-header friendlies against Cameroon ahead of next month Women African Cup of Nations in Morocco. The coach of the team, talking about Justin Madugu, side heads their first training section at the Stadium Ominin Sports Amadou Annex, Yaoundé, that's the capital of Cameroon, on Wednesday. The African champion, however, make use of the main pitch on Thursday. 20 players so far have stormed the camp, and of course they had their training section with the likes of goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie. Of course, Alozie is also in camp, Osinachi, and of course Ihezuo, as well as other players that are expected. So the coach, of course, we face Cameroon in the coming days, and of course the Super Falcons will also face Cameroon in a double header on Saturday, with the second friendly slated for next week Tuesday. Both matches will be played at the military stadium in Yaoundé. Of course, let's move away from the WAFCON and head straight to the Nigeria Professional Football League. Yes, action returns this weekend. Is going to be fireworks across the stadium in Nigeria. So Economy Warriors, we host Abia Warriors, Barao FC with straight tackles with Plateau United, Niger Tornadoes we fix Warri Wolves, Remo Stars, yes, of course, we straight tackles with Castina United, Enugu Rangers we sludge it out with Nasarawa United, Shooting Stars of Ibadan. Of course, we take on Kano Pillars, Kwara United, we face Wiki Tourists, own Dali Bender Insurance, we be in Benin City, of course, to take on Ikorodu City. So we have to flock to Ogbe Stadium on Sunday to witness a clash between Bender Insurance and Ikorodu City. Of course, the last match of, okay, we also have Baisa United taking on Rivers United. That's a clash of the South-South, while Eyimba will take on Kun Halifax FC on Sunday. Let's move away from the home scene and head straight to Europe. Yes, a lot is coming out from Europe. UEFA on Thursday named Victor Osimhen in its Champions League Team of the Week following the conclusion of Wednesday round of 16 playoff second leg fixtures. Osimhen delivered a standard performance for Galatasaray, playing a decisive role in helping the Turkish side secure a progression to the Champions League round of 16. The Nigerian striker was selected alongside Alexander Salots of Atletico Madrid, who scored a hat-trick against Club Brugge in a commanding display. Some of the top players that made the team include Jan Oblak, that's the goalkeeper of Atletico Madrid. We also have Atlanta defender there, David Zabacosta. We have Odin Jordan from Bodo Glimt, and of course we also have Tasoba of Bayern Leverkusen, and then we have West Ham from Juventus, and a host of others. Let's of course still on the European League. This time around we are switching attention to the Europa League, talking about Europa League round of playoff, I beg your pardon, where online Nottingham Forest survived a scare from Fenerbahce to book their Europa last 16 with a 4-2 aggregate despite 2-1 defeat in Thursday's second leg fixture. Vitor Pereira's side had the luxury of rotation for the knockout playoff tie, having already won the first leg by 3-0 in Istanbul. However, Nottingham Forest were punished in the 22nd minute of that particular encounter, where Fenerbahce ruthlessly scored the opening goal to give the visitor a lifeline. Fenerbahce doubled the lead a few minutes into the second half with a penalty kick to give the Turkish side a real hope of leveling up on aggregate. But Forest soon settled into their rhythm as Olaina swinging cross found Austin Odoi, who hammered home a consolation goal for the home side. With the scoreline, Nottingham Forest has qualified on 4-2 aggregate and are in for today's last 16 draw and will face either Real Betis or Midtjylland. That will be the size of our sport news on the sports segment this morning. And of course, I want to believe that you are ready for the weekend. So it's back to Felicia to round off this show.
All right, thank you so much, Austin, for that wonderful sports analysis this morning. Before we go, I just want to appreciate all those who have been with us on YouTube and, of course, on Facebook this morning. This show wouldn't have been complete without you. We do appreciate your presence. Ayeni Ostino, Joshua, Jagaban MRT, thank you so much. Udeji Felicity, thank you so much for joining us on the program this morning. And of course, from our Facebook, thank you so much, Happiness Peters, thank you so much, Jane Ellamore, and thank you so much to everyone who joined us live on the show this morning. It's the weekend. Do have a pleasant weekend. Till we see you again Monday next week. Bye for now.